The spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle said, "Don't let a mad world tell you that success is anything other than a successful present moment." What is success? According to the Cambridge Dictionary, it is the achieving of the results wanted or hoped for. This implies we work towards success. It is something we will attain in the future. The spiritual author Alan Watts said, "We're all looking to the future to bring us a goodie. We know what we want to have is a golden goodie at the end of the line somewhere. There's a good time coming, be it ever so far away." This golden goodie is, according to the Chinese philosopher Confucius, a fief of virtue. How does the pursuit of success destroy virtue? What is success, if it is not some good time coming, be it ever so far away? In this video, I'll be critiquing the conventional idea of success, and trying to understand what it means to have a successful present moment. After we have met our basic needs, food, water, shelter, and community feeling, everything else we want are our preferences. Preferences for a faster car, the latest iPhone, or a bigger house. We often view these preferences as needs. Seeing them as needs, needing things instead of preferring things, is akin to the temper tantrums of a child. Just like a child, we believe that new things will satisfy us and make us happy. This is not the case. More stuff creates more worry and stress. The more you attain, the more things you have to worry about, and the more you have to lose. There will always be someone with more money and power. The ladder to success is never ending. You can always go higher, but never closer to tranquility. Tranquility is where you stop climbing the ladder and stop seeing the things you want as needs and start seeing them as preferences. As the psychologist Raphael Santandreu argues in his book Shake It Off, a mature person is someone who has preferences rather than demands. Someone who realizes that life and other people are not there to cater to whims and fancies. More importantly, however, a mature person has no need of that in order to be happy. If we realize our needs are actually preferences, our tranquility is less likely to be disturbed. Instead of thinking, "I need this job interview to go well, and if it doesn't, I'll be really upset," replace the thought with, "I would prefer this job interview to go well, but if it doesn't happen, I can accept it and move on." Instead of thinking, "I need everyone to like the work I've done, otherwise I'll be miserable and feel worthless," replace the thought with, "I would like people to think the work I'm doing is well done, but if that doesn't happen, it won't stop me from continuing to make things and improve." Does monetary success make you happy? If it does, happiness is out of your control. However, the spiritual teacher Osho argued that happiness is man's nature. You need not worry about happiness at all. It is already there. It is in your heart. You just have to stop being unhappy. Happiness isn't something out there in the world that only money can buy. It is part of our nature. Osho is suggesting that happiness and unhappiness are choices. A poor man can choose to be happy, and a rich man can choose to be unhappy. We are constantly chasing the golden goody, a promotion, a better paid job, a bigger house, the perfect partner. Success seems always out of our reach. It is stuck in a future moment. A man, after he has dealt with his basic needs, should view things he wants as preferences. He is a happier man, as he is no longer seeking or expecting success in the world. You might prefer monetary success, but you won't need it for your tranquility. There is a Buddhist story of a devil whispering in babies' ears that they are special. These babies grow up to be miserable. They believe the world would accommodate them, that their needs would be met, and that they would be successful. They mistook their preferences for needs, and ended up being miserable, and eventually destroying themselves. It is ancient Greece. The philosopher Diogenes is the father of cynicism, a school of philosophy which seeks to attain virtue through living a simple life free from possessions. The goal is to live according to nature, requiring only what's needed to exist: water, food, and shelter. Diogenes is living in a ceramic pot. He rejects all comforts and luxuries. Alexander the Great, the king of the ancient Greek kingdom of Macedon, is an admirer of Diogenes. He travels to meet Diogenes, who is sunbathing in the morning sun. Alexander offers Diogenes any gift he chooses. Diogenes sits up and asks Alexander the Great to stand out of his sunlight. This is the gift he chooses. What does this tell us about success? For Diogenes, success is sun on his face. Alexander replies to Diogenes, "Truly, if I were not Alexander the Great, I would wish to be Diogenes." Alexander recognizes that the simple life Diogenes leads is a happier and more successful life than being powerful and wealthy. He isn't reliant on the forms of the world to make him happy. All he prefers is a little sun. While Alexander defined success as monetary wealth, Diogenes defined it simply existing in a ceramic pot with a little bit of sun on his face. In the poem If by Rudyard Kipling, there is a stanza that goes like this: "If you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same." Failure and success are both sides of the same coin. The more you value success, whether it comes in the form of praise or wealth, the more failure will hurt you. Both triumph and disaster are out of our control, as success and failure are bestowed upon by other people. When you create something and show it to someone, and they like it, don't allow yourself to get too carried away by the praise. If you gain success in the eyes of the world, don't expect it to continue.
Can you repeat that last bit, sorry?
Where do you think you're headed after having such a massive hit?
Downhill. It's all downhill from here. You can't listen. We had a good year. So right now, the song's doing well. Great. But after that, then the work starts to dry up. The phone doesn't ring. I'm alone in my apartment. I'm with my dog, and who hates me. I foresee my career being a tailspin shortly after this. Yes.
Lewis Capaldi is preparing himself mentally for losing the things he has earned through both talent and luck. He enjoys the fame, but realizes that it could go at any minute. He humorously visualizes failure, instead of getting sucked in by his success. This negative visualization allows one to be tranquil no matter what happens. External events no longer have the power to control your emotions. This is a liberating thought, as it means success is no longer outside of your control. The Stoics defined success by the process, not the outcome, as the outcome isn't in your control. Luck is a big factor in the outcome. Therefore, focus on the process, what you can control, and not on the outcome. Then you will remain tranquil in the face of external events. So, what is success? Don't let a mad world tell you that success is anything other than a successful present moment. But what is a successful present moment? The spiritual teacher Jiddu Krishnamurti said, "We all want to be famous people, and the moment we want to be something, we are no longer free." Freedom comes from focusing on what is in your power, the present moment. A successful present moment is when you have ceased denying the flow of life. The title of one of mindfulness founder Jon Kabat-Zinn's books is "Wherever you go, there you are." This simple fact roots you into the present moment. Instead of your focus being on a future moment, you open your eyes to what is around you in the present. Wherever you go, there you are. Simply acknowledging where you are, without mental labels or judgments, is success. It is success because the majority of humans don't recognize the timeless now. They are caught up in seeking, pushed and pulled around by their desire for success and aversion of failure. Once we recognize the difference between needs and preferences, one can reduce their life to the essentials. Once you have everything you need, which isn't a lot, attaining success is a simple process. As Alan Watts said, "The meaning of life is just to be alive." It is so plain and so obvious and so simple. And yet, everybody rushes around in a great panic, as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves. Therefore, if the meaning of life is to be alive, success is to recognize being alive. That is it. Once one has done this, the Stoic goal of tranquility can be attained. Focus on the process, the present moment, and don't allow the outcome to disturb your tranquility. In Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, Tolle tells a parable. A stranger walks up to a beggar. The beggar asks for change, but the stranger has nothing to give him. He does, however, point out that the beggar is sitting on a cardboard box. The stranger asks the beggar if he has ever looked inside. The beggar says he hasn't. The stranger insists he takes a look. When the beggar opens the box, he is astonished to find that the box is filled with gold. This parable can teach us a lot about success. Instead of begging, searching for success out there in the world, we must look within. Realize that success is a successful present moment. In conclusion, Eckhart Tolle was right. Don't let a mad world tell you that success is anything other than a successful present moment. Success isn't wealth or reputation. It is surrendering to the timeless now. Focusing on our needs and acknowledging our preferences stops us from seeking fulfillment in the world. Experience some success by simply being alive and not making a problem out of it. Because a successful present moment is all the success you need.